Hey, everyone! It's the Expat Brat podcast, and I'm Salman Qureshi. This is a wonderful day because it's Eid. It marks the end of Ramadan, and when I was a kid, I had fond memories of it. It was all sweets and new clothes and seeing people that I always saw, but just more together on the same day. Actually, that's not true. I would see those people every day anyway. Because when I was growing up in Saudi, I I had to see all my dad's family friends and their kids all the time because everyone would be over at our place, and it was just the way it was. We were sort of the hub, if you want to call it that, the club. And this was Saudi, so there wasn't much else to do, right? So we were the entertainment house, and I grew up like that. And so Eid was another day where we had, I guess, more food and brighter clothes and lots of sweets, lots and lots of sweets. I always thought this was sweet Eid. Oh, and also traditionally in the Pakistani culture, you get, if you're a kid, you get a little bit of something called Eid, and that's a bit of money. And it was, I don't think I ever saw any of it. I can't remember ever having a choice on spending any of it. I go directly to my mom, and I guess she'd just use it to buy clothes or whatever. And I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe if we had put that in crypto back in the day, I'd be super rich. But nope, no idea. But my parents were always very generous with us, so I can't complain if they took away some of the ED stuff to cut some losses on us. I suppose we were five kids. It's a hell lot of expenditure. And they didn't send us to, bad schools or anything. They didn't skim anywhere. I have to admit, my parents were very cool, very lovely people. They are very lovely people. I'm blessed to have them. Unfortunately, I'm not getting to celebrate this Eid with them. They couldn't travel to us or vice versa, and some last minute cancellations. So I'm away from them. If you are, you're very lucky. Because there's nothing like your mom making you some home cooked food that you love because you grew up on it, and so on and so forth. Or even if you just have your parents around. Man, at a certain age, if you're a young listener, dude, people like start dying around you, and then you have friends whose parents have passed away, and it's really sad, and you start really worrying about that stuff, man. So hold on to what you've got. That's good. Right? Isn't that the lesson of Ramadan? I don't really talk about religion too much. It's very personal. But I do. I'm a little bit of a. I've never seen anyone really get out of end Ramadan go, I'm a changed person. I don't know. We're doing something wrong with it. And then it's because when I ask why fast, there's a super religious who'll say you have to do it because it's the law. And then some try to explain it away. Well, listen, there's a lot of benefits. One of them, I get told a lot is, and I believed in it, was that you feel empathy for those who are hungry and poor every day of the year. And I get it. And I think maybe some people do internalize it. Maybe I did. I always felt that was one of the things that worried me, and I felt bad about. However, what I see is that most people, a week in, or really right on Eid, just go back to spending a lot of money in food. And so I don't know what to make of it, right? Maybe there is a change in us, but for the most part, I think people just go back to having lavish dinners amongst our own friends. Someone justified that too, and maybe it's right. And they said, spending on your friends and family is a sort of good thing to do. Charity, not charity, but you know what I mean, this generosity. And I'm just looking at some of the people, I'm like, I don't think they need you to feed them more chicken. I think they can afford their biryani, and some of us, including myself, we seem to have had our fair share of biryani and whatnot, and burgers, and feeding ourselves pretty well. We're doing all right. Yeah. What's about the changes we want to make? About I don't know. I'm not saying. You know what? I don't even know what I'm talking about. All I'm saying is it's one that I have a hard time wrapping my head around. about why something like that, a whole month of it, doesn't really cause change. And because I grew up watching that, I'll tell you one thing. When the pandemic happened, I kept telling people, like, people are like, we're going to change now. It's going to be a permanent change, and people are going to care about life and whatnot and things that are really important. And I was sitting there going, nope, that's not going to happen, because we have some weird gene or something inside us that makes us go, no, we're done. I want to get into my own bad habits again and whatnot. So, and there you go, right? We're back to working in the office for no reason. Traffic's really bad because that's what the economy, so some people want that to happen. Oil prices are back up. We're burning the earth down again, right? Nothing's changed. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, like, but that's what it is. All right, so that's what I think it is. And speaking of things that are it, man, I was shocked when I saw the Celtic and Bucks game, the first game. I mean, I shouldn't be. I mean, Giannis is a beast. I've been saying that, and he showed up. He showed up, and the Celtics didn't have an answer. I didn't think it would be that bad of a beating. The score doesn't reflect the helplessness of the Celtics, and but I think it'll still be an interesting series. Let's see how they cope with the beast. And on the other side, man, close game with the Grizzlies and Warriors. I'm having a hard time deciding who I want to support with that, because it's I love both teams. I love Curry. He's a great player. Klay Thompson as well. And on the other side, Ja is just so exciting. The Grizzlies are such an exciting team. I think the Warriors, based on a little bit of experience, might get through. I think Curry has enough in him to get through this time around. Let's see how that keeps going, though. And I think in the coming years, the Grizzlies, if they keep this team together, then we're going to see exciting times. That's the NBA playoffs, people. I don't know if you're watching it. Let me know your views and stuff as well. I think we're coming out of a bad phase. I've been complaining about inflation and whatnot, and I think we're going to be all right. I know Deutsche Bank and Morgan Stanley, who are experts, are saying other stuff, but I'm optimistic, and you should obviously listen to me, right? Because I'm the man on the ground like you are, and we're pretty on the ground right now. And I think, some people did message me and ask me about financial advice, which I find really funny. I'm like, why would you come to me for that? There are enough experts out there. But if you must, it's pretty simple, right? Just keep things simple. Don't buy a car right now. Don't buy a house right now, like new stuff. All right, they're all overpriced right now. It's a lot of money. Just wait, keep your money intact, and then when prices dip, you'll know, you buy then. Okay, unless you have a real, I don't know in what kind of emergency need you might have to buy a car or a house. I think you can rent for a bit as well. And I know some people go, but that's money down the drain. I don't think so. I think long-term, a short-term rental might be better and save money and then buy it in a bit, Great. Now I'm giving financial advice. Look at what you guys have got me going. I should be sitting and writing my stand-up comedy show, which needs to be live by the summer. And instead I'm doing this shit, That's that's where I am right now. Wow. God, guys, I'm sitting here and I just came across this piece of newspaper in the morning, and it's just been bugging me. It's about this British tourist. It doesn't matter why, I don't know why nationalities are mentioned, but he forgot a bag with 19,000 dirhams. That's what? That's about $4,000. More than $4,000 in his bag, and it was immediately returned. And you hear these stories in Dubai, and that's beautiful. I think that's amazing that we live in such a safe country. But I'm also like, who are these people walking around with bags of money? I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I find this bizarre. All right, like, who are these people who just carry so much cash and then forget it? Like, honestly, if I have like $100 on me, I keep checking it every 2 minutes. Like, is it still there? My wallet's still there. I do like the Macarena in my hands, like check keys and wallets all the time. I don't know what it looks like to people watching me walk around like that. But that's me. And then there's these people with huge amounts, and this $4,000 $5,000 bag, that's nothing. I've heard in Dubai it's been like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in their bags, and they forget it. I can't. I'd be so petrified of carrying that much cash. It would be like I might forget my own kid before I forget that bag. You know? And these guys forget like in cabs and shit, and I'm just like, man, that there's something else going on, right? These people, what's going on with you all? That's bizarre. Listen, there's a lot of new stuff going on. I've got a heavy May and June coming up, and I'm adding some trips to a few places around, which I'm going to announce here, which is exciting for me. We're going to do some big gigs, go around, tour a little bit. I want to see how my material. You know what the tricky thing about performing in the region is that you're kind of doing jokes that have to suit a wide variety of people, and that's tricky sometimes, you know. And I guess a lot of times you have to go low brow, like you got to go to the lowest common denominator. And people kind of go off on that about comedy and go, oh, well, you know, it's not intelligent comedy, or that's just the most basic comedy. And I go, yeah, I get it, man. But, you know, you got to unite people on some front as well. And the bigger crowds you want to do, the more you have to reach out to the most common things. I don't know why people have to go on about how it's demeaning in some way, or it's how déclassé or whatever, you know. That's true. Hey, listen, this one final rant thing that's in my head. I've been talking to people about politics a lot. They come and start talking to me and WhatsApp groups and stuff. And I meet and I engage, and now I hate it. And I'm trying to pull away again because I really don't care. It doesn't impact my day-to-day life. And this is the message I have for you. Like, stop it. Get off those WhatsApp groups and just, you know, do what's important for you in your life, man. You have no control. Except when there's voting, like go out and vote. I'm not against that. But other than that, you have no control over what's happening. All right? So the powers that be will pull it back. Corrupt countries are hard to figure out, even with masses coming on streets and whatnot. That's not the way to go. The way to go is to concentrate on things you can do. So just do that, and don't overthink stuff. And man, just stop. Everyone just stop. Like, the internet is just bizarre. And WhatsApp is bizarre because I'm in groups where people just keep sending videos and stuff as if the other people across on the other side would go, hey, you know what? That clip is the one that changed my mind. I am now on your side because of it. No, people defend their position like their life depends on it. And it gets more and more worse with these WhatsApp groups. So all you guys are doing is killing my bandwidth. I had to switch off automatic downloads on WhatsApp so that my data doesn't just, you know, go like dry off and shit, right? So stop it. Stop talking about that stuff. Concentrate on the things you do that you can do, okay? That's my message for Eid. Enjoy it with your families. Have fun. Take care of each other and be good. And wishing you all a very happy Eid and year ahead. Well, the rest of the year ahead. Have fun. I'll see you guys next week. Take care. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this stuff. Yeah, get it out. It helps. And leave a comment and review. I do read those. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye. 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 Bye.